Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a bunch of new knives and new stuff from Civivi to share with you guys and gals today. Not to mention something that they're giving for free. Not to mention something I'm giving for free. So we have a lot to fit in a short amount of time. So we're going to get right into it. First, I'm going to start out by showing you the Praxis. Now, I know a lot of you that are in the knife community have already seen the Praxis. The question is, have you seen this version? And if you have, that's cool, because wait till I show you something else here in just a minute that I cannot believe. We'll just take a quick look here. Nice stonewash finish. It's 9CR18 MOV, and look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. Shredded copper carbon fiber in a clear resin. How did I manage to say that and not mess it up? I don't know, but that is so cool. This is one of those Civivis that, the regular version, this one right here, these run like 42 bucks, and they still are running around that price. And of course, all the knives you're getting ready to see and that you're seeing right now, I will always put links in the description. And by the way, Civivi until December 16th, 2022 is having their map sale, the manufactured advertised price thing. Anyway, they're going to be a really good deal, and they've got something they're giving away with most purchases, and I'll show you that before I get off track. So, just giving you a look at this one. If you haven't seen this one, I do have a video of this knife, and I believe I probably take it apart. I do most of the knives. I'm not doing that on this one, but it has the typical Civivi clip, which works very nice. This one's sitting on top of the scales, and it is reversible. This one, the ergos are absolutely fantastic. The Praxis is one of the best knives as far as Civivi goes. I mean, it's when someone says, what knife can I get for like under 50 bucks and get this and that, ceramic bearings and good action and good detent, I'm like, Praxis. It just falls off the tongue. So here's the Praxis. Now, here is one you want to see. I can't believe Civivi has released a mini Praxis. Would you look at it? Just look at it. I mean, this knife, are you listening? Are you ready? 29 bucks. I mean, are you serious? Check this out. Pow, right in the kisser. Oh, and it has everything that the regular Praxis has. It's just, they just miniaturized it. Let me give you a quick size comparison. Put them next to each other. Look at that. So if the Praxis is a little too big for you, I mean, that forward choil is just money. If this one's a little too big, or if you want a perfect companion for your Praxis, you get this one. Now this one, I think the only way that they were able to get this under 30 bucks is the fact that it's D2 steel. And oh my goodness, look at that. You get the same choil, same very comfortable. Now my hand's 4 inches from here to here, 3.5 from here to here, and 7.25 from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger. And I can get all 4 fingers on there. This is a comfortable knife. And not to mention, with that choil, let's get this dude out of the way just for a minute. With that choil, this thing is just perfect. It is a perfect small, everyday carry. I mean, it's an EDC knife dream. 30 bucks. I mean, I just can't believe it. The detent, perfect. You look up here, you have great jimping, and look, see, that's the way you're supposed to do jimping. When you have jimping on a flipper tab, it should go all the way around so you don't ever get misses. You don't want to get misses. Or if my missus is using it, I don't want her to get misses and fly off. It takes no effort whatsoever, and that snaps out. Has a great looking stonewash on it. And there's different color options for this one. And there's a bunch of different color options for this one. And, you can go follow the link to get all the good specs, the goodies, and the different colors that are available with these. But I tell you what, let's go on to the next one. Now, if you've been around the Beez Blades community for a while, you've probably seen this video. This was quite a while back. Or if you've gone back and watched some of my earlier videos, you've seen the Baby Banter. The Baby Banter is an absolute awesome. If you want to see this one, and I'm pretty sure I did a disassembly on this bad boy too. You could go check out that video. This isn't the one I'm showing you, but look at that purple. I love that purple. I had to go up and steal this or borrow this from my wife's little knife box so I could show you the new one. This is, oh, wow. Pow! That color is in your face. Would you look at it? I mean, that is some serious, serious redness. It's a painted blade, and wow. And I can't think of the word. It's very glossy. It's so glossy. And the impressive thing about it is this is Nitro V steel, baby. Love me some Nitro V. And do you know what that is? Have you been in the knife community long enough? Look it up if you don't know. What is up, guys? Go look it up and check it out. This is the difference between this one and the Praxis, not the Praxis, the regular Praxis. You can see how this one sets on top of the scales, and sometimes that little bitty edge right there, sometimes it can catch your pocket, depending on if you have really thick jeans. This one, no, not with the baby banner. It is inset into the G10, and it's reversible. And check this out. This is the new ivory color G10 that's been going around. Super perfect. I mean, a perfect grip. The texture on this, it's almost impossible to show you the texture on a light color like this, but you got to take my word for it. It is perfect texture. And look at this, red and black, Beez Blades colors, and red hardware, which is very nice, very, very nice. And I'm pretty sure those are probably T8s. And then you know the size of my hand, and look at this. Even with my large size hand, I can get a full 4-finger grip on this knife. That choil is so perfect. This is a great knife. It's a great gift knife. Like if you want to give a knife for the holidays or for a birthday, and you want a knife that a person doesn't even have to know how to use thumb studs. They can just open it two-handed, just like that. It's a simple, easy to use knife. My wife loves her purple one. She carries it all the time. And here's just a look at both of them next to each other. And the thing that's surprising me is these are running like $62, which is a fantastic deal for what you get and for the materials. And something I almost forgot to show you as far as getting a good grip, look at that. It has jipping on the inside of that finger choil, which is very nice. Now, I have handled several baby banners, and the only nitpick I could get is sometimes you'll get one and it doesn't have the strongest detent in the world. This one is pretty snappy, but as far as when the detent, when the blade lets go, this one's not as strong as this one. But it's going to vary, just like any other knife, any other brand. It's going to vary from knife to knife. But there you go. There's the baby banner and the ivory with the red blade. All right, you ready for the next one? Oh, here we go. This one, I didn't know what to think when I opened up the package. I was like, what in the world is that? This is the Civivi Clavi. Yeah, that's right, the Clavi. Have you ever seen such a slender knife? I mean, this thing is like, you could totally put this in your shirt pocket and not even know you have a knife. It is so super lightweight, and wait till you see this splinter getter. And it does have a nice pocket clip. It's not a deep carry. This is one you want to be able to get out of your pocket, because utterly it would totally disappear if you didn't. It's a front flipper. Now, I know some folks don't like the front flipper, but as I've said with some other knives in the past, as far as front flippers go, this is one of the easiest. You can do it over the top, and it takes it takes little to no effort whatsoever. You can't flip it this way. You can flip it this way. You know, it helps when you actually look at the knife when you're showing one. All right, you ready? Pow! I'm like, snip, right in the snipper. Look at this blade. Holy freaking moly. Is that not the craziest thing you've ever seen? Look at the tip. Just the tip. I mean, if this is the most pokey, splinter gitteriest knife I have in my collection, or I think that I've ever seen in my entire life. It's an Ostap Hell design, and oh my goodness, look at that Wharncliffe. Now, when I first got it, I was like, what is this good for? But, you know, as many things as I cut, I always like having a slender blade, because this one you're going to be able to get in tight spots to do sharp little cuts. If you're cutting a string, you know, the everyday carry things that we use our knives for aren't always cutting tree bark or chopping down trees or cutting through pipes. You know, you get what I'm saying. A lot of the stuff we do is just cutting a couple pieces of cardboard or opening a package, opening up a letter. And oh my goodness, this one is going to be such a piercer. And as far as comfort level, it is so comfortable to use. You could do some utility cutting, but you probably want to be very careful, because if you look at that tip is not designed for heavy pressure. Because I imagine you push too hard one way or the other, you might end up with some little problems. So this is definitely going to be a light duty. I said duty. And look at this. Jipping on the pass-through, absolute money. super, super comfortable. It is not hard to flip at all. It has a great detent. That's one of the things. If a front flipper doesn't have a good detent, that's what makes it difficult. That's what makes for a lot of fails. This one, it's very snappy. I mean, super snappy. This would be a good one if you don't like doing it with your thumb. You could do it with your index finger, and it is very easy to do. And here's a look at your pocket clip one more time. You can see there's a couple of screws up top, and I love that it's reversible. You can get, there's I think 3 different colors of this. There's this one, and then there's a purple one. And they'll probably flash a picture up on the screen of what the third color is. But there you go, the Civivi Clavi. All right, you ready? Let's check out this next one. And a couple things before I show you the next one, I almost forgot. One is this baby, or the mini Praxis. The only drawback that I found on it was that it doesn't have a reversible clip. That's pretty much the only thing. Other than that, I didn't have any issues with it. We'll do a recap here in a second. The second thing is, here after this next knife, I'm going to show you what I'm going to give away and what Civivi is going to be giving away with most purchases. All right, here we go. This is the Civivi Cachet. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Beez Blades colors, baby. That's what I'm talking about. This thing is absolute money. It is so sweet. 14C28N blade steel, and you can also get this in the new ivory color or the dark green canvas micarta, and you know I love the micarta. The ivory and the micarta both have like a pattern, a texture on the scales. I'm definitely curious to see what that feels like, but this has the black stonewash finish, weighs around 4 ounces, and we'll take a quick look. I'm all over the place. I'm excited about this one. I really like this one. I mean, I'm trying to come up with a favorite, but you know what? All 3 of these are going to be in my pocket tomorrow. This one has a reversible clip. The clip is sitting on top of the scales, but as you can see, where it's landing, you've got plenty of room. It's not going to catch on your pocket. You can also see that it's centered, and you ready to see this blade? Oh, yeah. Sharp and pointy, baby. That must be the theme. We have some sharp and pointy action. This blade reminds me a lot of the Civivi Relic, and wait a minute, is this going to be a usable, or we're going to be able to reverse flip this puppy? And here is your pocket, or your pocket. Here's your flipper tab. Looks like we have some good jimping going on, and it's right in the middle. All of these are centered. They all are right in the middle on their lockup, so they're good to go on that. And look at this. This jimping is just superb. I wouldn't do anything to change this jimping. Oh, man, it grabs the finger, and it's so comfortable. Let me back out just a little bit. Look at that, such a snap, and it's a nested liner lock. These remind me of kind of like a bolster lock or like a nested frame lock. You know, that is such a clean look. And the nice thing about this is you get all the benefits of a frame lock, and the smoothness on this one, I have to also mention, is it is absolute butter. There is nothing sharp to grab your thumb at all. It is so smooth. Civivi nailed it on this one. They absolutely nailed it. It has great action. The ergos are fantastic. This feels so good in the hand. And I love this stonewash look, how it makes it kind of look like you've had it for a while. And the jimping is, I mean, I gotta say, I'm totally impressed. You all know what my favorite knife company is. This jimping is beyond reproach. You can't do anything to improve on this jimping. I'm trying to show it to you on camera here. It is some good stuff. Super grabby. I mean, the only thing I would do, you already know, this is just my personal thing, I would add it out just a little further because my thumb comes out to here when I'm holding it. Now, you could do a little choking up, maybe for some light work, cutting a string or just doing some light work, but I wouldn't say I would choke way up here. You could always do this with the knife as long as you have a good grip on it. And definitely use the knife at your own risk. You know what I'm saying. And this one is definitely pokey. If you want to open some bags of mulch with it. Now these start out at around the 79-ish mark and go up to, I think, around 112 for the fanciest version. It's around 8 inches overall. You have a 3.5-inch blade, and it's about 4 ounces. This one is an absolute winner. Worth every penny. Without a doubt. Oh my goodness. It is so comfortable in hand. And 14C28N. That's what, you know, in the budget range, 14C28N is just top notch. So we'll do a quick recap. And by the way, if you have any questions about any of these knives, Friday night, Beez Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. On Friday nights, we have the knife cam. Anybody that wants to do size comparisons or want to ask a question about any of the knives, that is definitely a great time. And please do comment in the comment section of this video. I love all your comments. Even if you don't have an opinion on the knives, say hello to everyone. Say hi to me. I really appreciate it. I love the interaction. Even if I can't answer every comment, I get to read them, and I really appreciate it. Even if it's something I get to do on my lunch break or in between filming, I really do appreciate it. So we have the Civivi Praxis, the Praxis Mini, the Baby Banter, the Cachet, and the Clavi. Oh, don't you love them? I mean, these things are beautiful. Now here is what I didn't know existed. Check this out. It's a knife bag. It's a knife roll of sorts. And let me back out just a little bit. There we go. And look at this. This thing has that super duper strong hook and loop. You open it up. You can put 3 knives on this side. And then this side, it also keeps the knives from falling out. And look at this. It has these pockets. And you can put a full-size Praxis in here. No problem. And it keeps them from coming out. And then you can put 6. So you can have a travel pack. And I don't know if they're actually going to sell these, but I know these are going to be given free with most purchases at Civivi at the very least, and probably retailers. I'll put different links down in the description so you can check them all out. And I'm definitely going to be giving one of these away either this Friday or next Friday on the Hive stream. And if I forgot to mention the Clavi, which really is grabbing my attention, these run around 58, 59 bucks. And this thing is one that, I mean, you could put in an EDC pack. It is virtually like weightless. It weighs nothing. This is fun. And I have to be very careful because I just can't get over this tip. You're going to have to be careful to not break it. Don't use it for any hard stuff, or you're probably taking a slight risk, and it's not made for that. So I hope you all had fun. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I know I enjoy hanging out with all of you. Make sure you go watch this video, and until I see you again, or I see you in the live streams or the chats or at the Hive stream, remember, live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.